Hi. Welcome to the Sex Talk.
Sex Talk.
I'm Jenoa.
And I'm Mou.
Today
I'm Gaga.
Momo. She's Momo.
I like that.
Momo Gaga.
Momo Gaga.
Today
I should change my name anyway. I was told that.
Someone told me that her name was too Indian and hard to pronounce, so we needed to change it.
So now I'm Momo Gaga.
Okay. Today, we're going to answer a question that gets asked a lot to feminine lesbians.
Or lesbians in general.
Or all lesbians. Actually, all lesbians get this question whether
Yeah.
or not they are the person that should be asked the question. Anyway, the question is, why would you date, if you're a lesbian and you're attracted to women, why would you date a masculine woman or a butch woman, or why would you date a woman that looks like a guy? Why don't you just date a guy?
Why not just date a dude when you...
Yeah.
She looks like a dude.
She looks like a dude, so you must like dudes. Why don't you just date dudes?
Good question. Not.
If you are a gay woman, you have heard this, or even a queer woman, you have heard this question.
Or even a bi woman, or anyone.
Yeah.
Anyone
Any,
that dates outside of the typical hetero.
You've heard this question.
You've heard this question.
So we're going to talk about it today.
So, why date a butch instead of a man? Number one, because
Whoever is doing the dating might not actually be attracted to men.
and so basically we're saying that men are the only ones that are allowed to be masculine.
Yeah.
Why do only men get to be masculine?
That's
Why
a good
can't
question.
women be masculine? Who owns masculinity? Does man own masculinity? So here's the thing, like, we might be attracted to someone that is masculine looking.
Does that make them a fake man?
Yeah.
No!
Right?
Men don't own masculinity, first of all.
Men don't own, yeah. We cannot assign masculine and feminine to a gender. That's one of the issues that we're dealing with to begin with.
No, and that's a part of heteronormative culture.
Yeah.
That we no longer live in.
Which is number two.
Booyah!
Why is heterosexual relationship the norm that
Right.
we're comparing?
Right, so
to?
if one of you is feminine and one of you is masculine, does that mean you're trying to ape heteronormative culture?
Yeah, you're trying to, like, just because you're dating a butch, does that mean that you really want to be in a heterosexual relationship?
And that doesn't mean that we all want to be it.
Right.
It is our pervasive culture. Otherwise, we wouldn't have coming out day.
Right.
We wouldn't need to come out. There would be no need for anyone to ever come out who was different than straight, except that straight is the normal culture. But just because it's the normal culture doesn't mean that we're trying to be it.
Right. And it doesn't necessarily mean that that we want to be it. That anybody would want to be it. Just because they're dating a butch woman when they could be dating a man, does that mean they should be dating a man? So basically you're saying that they should be dating a man. And why not just date a man, since that's what you are supposed to be doing anyway?
Well, since your butch girlfriend wants to be a man anyway,
Right.
it's really some very simplistic old school thinking.
Yeah.
You know, and then it's also ignoring this real basic truth that complex.
Number three.
Yes, three. Attraction is really complex. That what we find attractive about certain people is just so multi-layered for each person and so different for each person. What you find really attractive is different than I do. And yet still, as human beings, you might meet your friend's new boyfriend and be like, I didn't think he was that cute.
That's not why we are alive. To live these simple, packaged lives.
Well, no, I'm also not alive to be what you want me to be or be what you see. You know, it's about taking yourself out of your own experience and saying, that person has a completely different experience than me, and I'm going to listen to them and take their word for it and not make assumptions about it.
And
so don't assume.
Accept other people for who they are. They have a different type of attraction.
There are people I've seen through the years change from masculine to get more feminine and get more masculine, and they change, and people do change. And so even this person that you're saying is butch or masculine or aping men, in a couple of years she might not even look like that anymore.
Right.
You know, it's like people are always in flux.
I think that that's really what it's about too, is allowing people their natural expression.
Yeah.
Of whether it's feminine, masculine, whatever gender they feel most comfortable in, we are accepting of that.
Yeah, and also some women in their power is to feel very feminine and wear dresses, and there's a huge amount of like goddess energy and power in being very feminine. Other women they feel a lot of power being masculine. Like that's their place where they feel their power.
Yeah.
And honestly, people in their power are hot. Who is in their power,
owning their gender, whatever they choose it, when they choose it, how they choose it, owning their masculinity, femininity, all of it at the same time when they want it.
Yeah. So I think that instead of asking these questions, we should just be supporting people to be with the people that they're attracted to and to express themselves. And let's give everyone a safe space to do that and not compare them to heteronormative culture.
Yeah. And heteronormative standards
Yeah,
and
just
stereotypes.
let it be.
Yeah.
Let it be and take it as it is. Take people as they are and let them shine. Let their light shine, because that's what's most attractive anyway.
Yeah. If you're a feminine female, yay. If you're a masculine male, yay. If you're something else in between, yay.
All yay.
All yay.
All yay.
All of it.
That was a sex talk.
Sex talk.
All yay all the time.